Hi folks, welcome to another episode of NYC CNC. This is going to be my most unusual episode. Since I posted the moving video, many folks have reached out and said, hey, are you going to document your move? Are you going to time lapse it or shoot video? And at first I thought, it's for those of you who have moved, it can be a little stressful. And I thought the last thing I need to do is a camera in the way. But I thought, I should be able to get some footage done here. So I thought I'd walk you guys through it. This is going to be a little bit impromptu, less formal. We'll see if something decent comes out of it. So just to catch you guys up, right now it is Monday afternoon. I picked up a 26-foot U-Haul this morning. I've never driven a truck that big, but driving it home from the U-Haul place was no big deal. And unfortunately, it is pouring rain, or at least was most of the morning. So that kind of put me behind. But today is really just a prep day. I wanted to get the truck here and get used to the size of it and continue getting the basement ready. My plan is to put all the machine shop stuff in first because it's heaviest and it's the most important, and then we'll backfill the rest of the truck with house furniture, boxes, and all that stuff. So it's Monday, about 4:30 right now. My best friend growing up is coming out. He's flying out from Ohio to New York, so I'm gonna head out to the airport and pick him up. He's gonna help, and then I got two really good friends coming down. They live in Connecticut, just across the border, but they're coming down tomorrow to help. And I think I may have a few folks in the neighborhood coming to help as well. I also have a forklift coming, forklift rental, which I really needed. I've got a pallet jack, which can move some of the stuff around in the garage or in the truck, but I need a forklift to get the Tormach, CNC mill, the lathe, the air compressor, and even like the surface grinder. It'll just make it easier. I was thinking maybe the engine hoist would be enough to get clearance, but the forklift rental wasn't that expensive, and I'd much rather be safe. On the Ohio side, I've got a tractor, and in fact, I'll continue shooting this footage when we get to Ohio, so hopefully you'll see that here in a few minutes from the video's perspective. So I'll do one quick walkthrough where we are right now before I head out to the airport, but we'll continue getting ready tonight, and then tomorrow will be the real loading. I'll try to grab the camera. I feel a little guilty absconding, the lifting duties to shoot footage, so I probably won't shoot a ton. And yeah, I mean, obviously, like anyone, I'm just hoping that the move is safe for everybody. Hope the equipment makes it okay. Weight-wise, one of the guys that's helping out tomorrow has done a lot of driving with trucks, so he knows a little bit more than I do about loading them. I know a lot of it's just common sense, but it makes me feel better. And I think that's about it for right now. So we'll do a quick walkthrough to show you where we are in the truck, and then I'll probably be back tomorrow morning when we start getting the real action going. So I'll grab the file cabinets and the rolling desk there and the big wood desk, and this will stay for now. I'm gonna do one last trip to Ohio for the final move. This is just really an equipment move. I've already cleared out a lot of this stuff. Blast cabinet will come, and the saw, that's a nice full box. The shelving will collapse down later. Doesn't necessarily look like a ton of progress, but it really actually is. And haven't done anything with the Tormach except rested the Z-axis down. I'm proud to say I had the exact same wood block that it came on, at least this top one here. I took the 5C collet out, and well, that's it. I left the rod itself is still in there, but the collet is out, so it's resting on the spindle nose. And that'll be, the hydraulic press will be easy to roll up the ramp. That should, not that heavy with the forklift, that should be a piece of cake. And this little tool chest rolls. Lathe is going to be a little bit more weight, but again, forklift should make that pretty easy. And I've rolled my Torchmate out here. It's been sitting outside for a day with a tarp over it, which is a bummer that it still rained, but oh well. I pulled all the slats out, which really should have been done anyway to clean them up, but you had to pull them out to get the table cleaned. I wanted to clean it for two reasons. One, why move? It was probably 100+ pounds of metal debris in it, so why move that to Ohio? Just clean it out now. And I wanted to get the water all out of it because I didn't want it sloshing around in the truck here. And here's the little truck. Believe it or not, the attic at the top of the front holds a lot of stuff. I got to secure it, obviously, but that was a good couple hours worth of loading. I'm trying to keep the rest of it out for now because the mill and the lathe will go in actually right where those boxes are at the front. Obviously, you want the weight up there. So I'm actually not trying to put a ton in tonight. But here, I'll walk around to the side. So there she is. That'll be the truck that hopefully gets us to Ohio. So that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, you just saw some still shots, and we've got the lathe was great. We got the Tormach ready to get up, load up in, and one thing I didn't do correctly was we should have moved the y-axis of the table out towards the front of the machine so that you could use the overhead lifting bar. So again, move this out toward here. We'll be okay today, but if you guys are doing this, make sure to do that. Okay, we've got the Tormach in, tool chest, lathe, the compressor, drill press is hiding back there, and so far so good. All right, it's a few minutes past noon. We've got the grinder in, some file cabinets, my hydraulic punch, and we're doing pretty good. Next up is the plasma table. Like I said, I've dried it out, take the slats out. So we've got a good amount of room for furniture, and I'm going to try to stack some more furniture and boxes on top of, you know, the stuff you see, both to fit it in and to make sure it's a good snug pack job. So that's where we are right now. It's all going well so far. All right, it is, who even knows, 4:30. We went and picked up a trailer because we ran out of room, but that's all house stuff, which is great, and here she is. We put the Torchmate in at the end to put boxes underneath it. Don't even have as much on top of it as I thought we might. Pallet jack, engine hoist, box spring, and well, it gets interesting. Yeah, I hit workbench upside down, which is suspended. It gets more interesting from there, but I'm going to hang up for now, but hopefully this footage will resume here shortly for you in a day for me in Ohio. Actually, let's do a quick walkthrough, guys. It's hard to believe, but here is the shop. I'm going to get rid of that little safe, and then I got my buddies here that came to help washing up. But here's the basement, more cleaning up to do, and I will take one last really small load when I finally move in July, but mostly cleaned out. All right, folks, unloading was not, I wouldn't say stressful, but we had our other truck, GMC 2500 HD, broke down, which was pulling the trailer. So that threw a wrench in the plans. We ended up hooking up the trailer that you see over there to the U-Haul truck, which was fine, but we lost a little bit of time, and then it was raining right when we arrived, so I didn't have time to take footage. We wanted to get the stuff off, but we got it off, which is the big deal. You can see the Tormach there, the backside of the lathe, the compressor. It is very much messy, but we'll come back tomorrow feeling fresh and start getting organized. There's the hydraulic punch and the Torchmate and some stuff over there. So that'll do it for today. Tormach appears to be fine in terms of this traveling on the stand. I know they don't recommend that, but did okay for us. And actually, I'll show you. There's the animal we used, which worked great, getting everything off. Good morning, folks. Okay, it is Thursday morning, and a big thanks to my buddy Jules. He and I came down this morning, and it was pretty incredible with engine hoist, pallet jack, and some of the overhead chain hoists. We got stuff really moved around quickly. I was also very appreciative of my grandfather letting us rearrange some stuff that he was totally okay with. By no means is any of this final. I've got some temporary shelving here, and I threw a bunch of stuff on a skid that we can just move around, and I'll start organizing when I'm full-time in July. You can see Torchmate there, and then I'm really excited about this. The lathe is right against that wall with a nice overhead light. It's an Austrian lathe, and unfortunately the sign says parking for Germans only, but we'll make do for now. And then there's the Tormach. The punch press hydraulic unit sits right there, which is great because these two machines share my three-phase converter. And then tool chest fit perfectly right there. I'm going to store the pallet jack there, at least for now. I think I'll mount my Tormach tooling rack right where that fire extinguisher is to the side of it, which will be really nice. I'll have my stuff on top of my tool chest like I used to. I'll move my MIG welder over by Jim's Buzz Box, and still got a little bit more small stuff to sort around, but not too much. And I just have to say, it's not even lunchtime yet, and we got all this stuff moved around, which really feels good, makes me excited. Oh, I'll put the compressor there for now. We already have a smaller compressor, so maybe I'll end up changing that later on, but no problems for now. So that's a wrap for today, folks. Again, I really appreciate you guys following along. It's cool to see how excited you guys are about this, and goes without saying, I'm excited to get to making chips in here and projects and so forth. So I appreciate the likes, the comments, the thumbs up, the shares, all that good stuff, and I'll see you around, folks. Take care.